Good evening and welcome back to episode of TEKKIT. It's been over 2 months since the last time I played this, and I'm gutted about that, to be honest. I'm really enjoying this playthrough, and it's turning out, it's not quite as I expected it, but I'm liking it. So I logged on to my TEKKIT save a few minutes ago, not even that long, and I've immediately set up to record, and there's a reason for that. I was just getting my bearings, figuring out what's going on, and there was a loud explosion. Which is not good. It means some of our machinery has gone awry, and if you'll notice, the quarry has stopped. The reason for that is our combustion engines exploded, 2 of them in fact, which is really not good. I'm not sure exactly why that was. I think the water pipe had run out of water. Not that it wasn't pumping, but I think the combustion engines were running so hot that they were consuming more water than the redstone engine at the top was pumping. So there was more demand than there was supply. They ran out of water, heated up and exploded, which is great news. The good thing is the quarry hasn't been destroyed, because that's quite expensive. Obviously it costs like a few diamonds and stuff to make. It's a little bit dear. In fact it costs 11 diamonds, so I'm pleased that is still intact. That's good. 2 combustion engines still remain. The bad news is we lost a lot of fuel. Quite a bit of it in fact. There was 2 combustion engines which were, filled probably to this level, more than halfway full. Each one of these is buckets, so we lost a good, 10, 12, 16 buckets, something like that. So roughly a third to, somewhere between a third to 2/3 of our petrol that we had is just destroyed. Because when the combustion engines explode, they don't drop the oil anywhere. There's no way to retrieve it. It's an entity inside the block, so it just gets destroyed. And that's shit, basically. It's shit. It's a bag of shite. We were making some really, really good progress as well. The quarry was moving at a seriously fast pace, and I was really happy with it, actually. And considering that it is quite a large area that we are carving out, it was doing quite well. We already got down 7, 8 layers. It's pretty good. Yeah, I want to really crack on with the series. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot that I want to show you guys, and I enjoyed playing it. Hopefully it's enjoyable to watch for some people, but if it's not, then I'm sorry about that, but I'm liking it, and I want to keep doing it. It's good fun. So this is the first problem that we have, is that we need to get the quarry moving again. We need to sort out this problem, and this combustion engine, we either need to make 2 more and put the 2 more back in, but then we need to sort out a second water supply, which could be interesting. Or we can simply run on 2 combustion engines and run, say, some magmatic dynamos next to it. We need another way of powering the quarry, or just run it slower. I'm not sure. I'm going to have a think about this, but I'm just catching you guys up on what's going on. So we need to get the drill running again, because it's going to provide us with all of the resources that we need. Man, I haven't touched this in ages. I think it was the 11th of November the last time I recorded. Which is, it's sad to think about, really. I kind of let it go a little bit, it sucks, because I've put a lot of hours, off camera, into this playthrough. I've put, maybe 4 hours on camera, 5 hours on camera, but there's 20 plus hours off camera, just sorting stuff out and building shit and putting the base together and all sorts. But so as you can see, this is what we've dug up. It's a lot of dirt and a lot of cobblestone. There is a bit of iron there. We're going to have that, actually. And we do need that because we have no iron left. I was going to make some combustion engines to replace those that did explode, but we're running out of iron. So we're going to have to, and it's getting dark as well, so we're going to have to sort that out. I might have to go digging for some. But we'll get that pulverised anyway. The second problem is that we need to speed up the refinery. We lost a lot of our delicious petrol during the explosion, and we have a limited amount left. In fact, we have just under 8 buckets, which isn't great. Not if we want to run the quarry, and we do want to run several quarries. I might have 2 or 3 on the go at once. I want to machine out this huge chunk of earth, gather everything out of it and just see what's down there, start digging and shit. But yeah, we need to speed up the refinery. They are notoriously slow for producing petrol. As you can see, is it going up? 869. Come on, fucking. No, it's not working. Why is it not working? Why? Oh, the Stirling engines are stopped. That's why. Yeah, that would make sense. So let me just hang on. Let me put the petrol back in there. Right, okay, so we have just under 9 buckets. Nothing ever works, does it? It really, really doesn't. Nothing ever works right. The first rule of anything, especially in my job as well, is that nothing ever works correctly. And it is frustrating as hell. So we'll get the what kind of? Oh, sorry, I didn't have the bucket on my Right, okay. Right, so they will now run with 2 lava buckets. So the Stirling engine is now running. We are now producing more petrol, and this is very slowly going up. Okay, so our petrol generation needs to keep going, but it needs to be faster. So I'm looking at piping in the magmatic dynamos, or at least one of them underneath. So it has 2 Stirling engines on the go, and 1 magmatic dynamo. Eventually I'll probably get rid of the Stirling engines. I don't think they're really cutting it with the 1 megajoule per tick. It's not great. I think the magmatic dynamos produce maximum power 80 RF. I think that's 8 megajoules per tick. It goes down by a factor of 10, I think, with RF to megajoules. I'm not sure. But I think the magmatic dynamos produce a lot more power than the Stirling, so I think we are going to have to get rid of those in the future. So it's something to think about, you know. I might also put magmatic dynamos downstairs on the magma pump itself and just connect the output pipe of the pump onto the dynamos themselves, so it's self-powering. That's something else to think about. There's a lot of things to think about, which leads me to my next point. There's so many things that I need to do in this playthrough, and so many things that I want to do and want to show up to the people that are watching this. And how can I keep track of that? Well, I could write it down on a piece of paper, but I have a better idea. Oh yeah, and there's no fucking roof either. I need to put a bloody roof on. Right, okay, so that's something else. We have our wheat as well. We need to set up the meat packing plant. We need to farm the Endermen and gather their pearls, whichever body part that may be. There's just so much shit to do. So I need to create a jobs board, and I thought this place here could be suitable. I think that could work. So I'm going to create a jobs board, and the way you do that is you create signs, and you put everything down on signs. So I'm going to make some signs, and I'll get back to you. But okay, so we have 12 signs. So there's a lot to do in this mod pack, and I want to do it all, you know, I really do. So number 1 is oops, caps lock on, sorry. First one is go to the moon. Man, I haven't used one of these for ages. Sorry, I can't see the keyboard with the mic being in the way. Let me just adjust that. There we go. I might be a little bit loud. I've moved it closer to me, but I hope that's okay. Okay, so the first one is go to the moon. After that, go to Mars. That's a long way off. The next one is harvest ender pearls. Oops. Okay, so that needs to be done. That's what I was talking about, or I keep talking about. I keep talking about everything, and I want to make a more structured approach and be a little bit more organised. To everything. So harvest the ender pearls. We need to sort out the auto spawner and all that kind of crap and get that sorted. Okay, so harvest the ender pearls. Create power armor. What's the English spelling? I think that's the English spelling, isn't it? Create power armor, harvest ender pearls, go to the moon, go to Mars. Fucking have a functioning... Nope, I can't fit that in. Have a functioning quarry. So we need to sort out the fueling system and how we're going to power that and stuff. What else could we do? The nuclear reactor, we have to have a nuclear reactor. That's a huge part of this playthrough that I want to get into. Probably later on. There's a lot of things that I want to do. That is quite late game because it is so expensive to create the parts for it, but it's definitely something that I want to do. So what else do we need? The meat packing plant. We've got to have the meat packing plant. So I think we're going to have that under the ender pearls. So I think we're going to do the ender pearls first. I don't know if this is going to be structured like this, but so we need to have the meat packing plant. champion. So that's what we, if you remember from the last episode, I know it was a while ago. Shit, it was a while ago. And that's why we're creating all of this wheat. We need to create a wheat farm, and that's probably why there's no roof yet. We need to get like a whole bunch of cows or pigs or something like that we can farm, and then we can turn it into liquid goo, you know, the stuff that goes into McDonald's chicken nuggets, and yeah, we can create a more reliable food supply rather than running out and killing chickens, which is like for people who play vanilla Minecraft, not for people that play TEKKIT. We're going to put create mining turtles. That is something that we create little automated robots that go and do digging for you. That could be interesting. I want to have a look at it. I don't know if it's better or worse than the last time I tried that in the original TEKKIT, but TEKKIT Classic, what it's called now. Yeah, I'll see how that goes. Enchanting table. Oops. Enchanting table. We need to set that up and get that on the go. Just so we can create enchantments and all that kind of crazy shit that goes on with that. Over here we're going to have potions workshop. That's something that I always do in every Minecraft playthrough I've ever done. It's got to be a potions workshop somewhere. We're going to set that up. I think that is everything. Is that everything? Actually, no. We need a automated. You know, there's everything that comes out of the quarry and goes through the chests and stuff, all that crap. Automated sorting facility. We're going to do that. Excellent. Yeah, that's definitely, because all that stuff, it'll fill up that gold chest pretty quickly, and we need to have a solution in place so that we don't have to keep emptying it manually. Let's see. Create a bin. We're going to need a bin. Oh shit, I've run out of... Okay, I'm just going to quickly make some more. The next objective, or the next idea, is a really important one. I don't have the resources to do it right now. Greg is something I need to do. Greg, you know what that is. If you're watching, we're going to do that. You're going to be in this playthrough. That's later. That's when we have the resources. I think that's pretty much covers it. I think. Oh no. That's not everything, is it? We need to blow up the testificates, which is the villages. You know that village way out in the desert, like 1,000 blocks away. We need to blow those guys up. Do a proper Guy Fawkes, you know, Houses of Parliament style fucking. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's definitely. Oh, and finish the base. Fuck, we need to get a roof. We need to definitely get a roof. That's, you know, definitely get a roof sorted, at least something. I think that is everything. We need to expand the pumping station at some point as well. But I think the mob essence tank is going to come in when we manage the ender pearls and stuff like that, and the spawning and all that kind of jazz. I think that is gonna come to it. I think jetpack. Definitely need jetpacks. And I think that's it. I think that's the I think that is the jobs list sorted, actually. Man, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, where do we start with this? Actually, I'm going to put up here, build a rocket. Actually, we're going to need a V1 rocket first. So this column here goes in order. Build the V1 rocket, go to the moon, and then go to Mars. That's 3 huge steps, and that's going to take a lot of episodes. It's a long time away, but you know, we're going to do that. I would like someone to pick a job. If people are watching, I mean, I don't have a lot of views. I've just ticked over 200 views on my videos, on my channel, sorry, which is a great achievement for me, for starting from nothing. And I've put a lot of time and a hell of a lot of effort into this YouTube stuff, and it's very slowly paying off. Anyway, so I think I'm just going to pick some jobs to work on, and then later on, perhaps people will comment on the videos and suggest, you know, work on this particular job or this particular thing, and I don't know. I guess I can kind of play it however I want to play it. So whatever. Pick a job if you'd like to see one. I almost forgot, there was one last thing that I want to add to this list, and it will make a full board of 18 jobs. and that would be super powered tools. Oops. I do that literally every single time. Super powered tools is a job that I want to add, which it means that whenever we get into the really end game stuff, when we are kind of running out of jobs to do, I'll start to make some ridiculously crazy powerful tools that are in this mod pack. I think they're like flux infused, or they do like destruction pickaxes and all kinds of crazy weird shit. I missed the industrial craft mod, which was in the previous TEKKIT series. There was a mining laser that was just such a wonderful thing to have. It's not in this one, but the closest thing we can get is some super powered mining tools and all kinds of different and wonderful things. So that's definitely going on the jobs list. I think that just about covers it, actually. I think I'll leave this here, actually. I'll do a quick update video, and then the next one we're going to make start on one of the jobs. So I know it's a bit of a short one, but thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.